Hello everyone, this is Scorpio.
And Aquarius.
Today we are going to be talking about sunscreen.
And why you shouldn't use it, or at least why we think you shouldn't use it. Of course, we expect people to do their research and whatnot, but we're going to give some anecdotal evidence. And I pretty much know 100% that you shouldn't use sunscreen, but you might
Yeah.
have to go out and look at, do your own research a little bit on it and whatnot. But we're going to give our experience of using sunscreen and whatnot and go from there. But it's one of the
It's one of the things that I know I used to use quite often when I would go outside and stuff like that. I mean, I used to believe that you needed it, and obviously it's like we had a misunderstanding about what it was really used for. And the thing is interesting, a lot of people don't even know what the SPF even means. But
well, so it's sort of like the sunscreen was created as it's like one of the many things that was made to what it was. It's to sort of weaken our overall human bodies and our pollute our bodies. It's just another one of those things that everyone uses because they sell you on this idea that you're going to get skin cancer if you don't use sunscreen and yada yada yada. And so they have everyone using it, but it's all part of the plan, right?
help weaken your body, and the things that's interesting is like what's inside of it. There's like different titaniums, aluminums, and different other chemical compounds that they developed. And what these chemical compounds do is they'll like seep
Depending
into.
on the type of sunscreen, but yeah, go ahead.
But yes, they will get into your body, your bloodstream, through your pores, and everything like that. And these are non-conductive metals and everything like that. And when you think of your body as a whole, it's a electrical circuit in a way. So it's like if you have all these metals getting into your body that are like non-conductive, or like they help dissipate electrical impulses, it'll actually start to misfire your nerves and your responses, and your body starts to weaken.
Kind of like chemtrails, except you're just putting it on your skin instead of breathing it in or eating it in the case of like drinking or eating fluoride or brushing your teeth. It's basically another chemical that they've made, right, that you're just putting on your skin. But anywho's, so let's see, I used sunscreen for a while too because I bought into the whole idea as well. Just like most people when they're not quite fully awake yet, or in late, or when you haven't figured it all out yet, and then you get to the point where you like start figuring everything out, and you're like, oh wait, this is BS too, as well as a lot of other stuff, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
But, yeah, so before I got to that point of feeling it, realizing the sunscreen was BS, I used it a lot, and I also used to wear sunglasses. That's another thing that you need to be aware of, that you shouldn't be using sunglasses either, because what it kind of does, I think that it definitely makes your eyes more sensitive to the sun, but it also is blocking like healthy rays from the sun getting to your eyes as well. But that's a different story, but that's something else everyone should look into. But so you wear sunscreen, and it's supposed to block the harmful rays of the sun and yada yada. But those harmful rays, those UV rays, one of the most important ways that your body makes vitamin D is from your skin contacting UV rays from the sun. It converts.
Even on cloudy days and stuff like that, it's actually, you can still get vitamin D from the sun.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, that's like that they've bought people on this idea that's like, oh no, you can't, you're not getting enough vitamin D, you need to take supplements, which is a whole nother thing as well. But
don't take supplements.
Yeah, you can get plenty of vitamin D by just going outside.
And that's the best way to get. That's the way your body was made to make vitamin D, from the sunlight. Whether you sun gaze or whether you put your skin into the sunlight, that's the best way your body makes vitamin D. And vitamin D is essential for almost every function of the body. Okay, vitamin D is made into other chemicals, and it makes melatonin and melanin and serotonin and all that stuff. And it's literally like the juice for the cells
Yeah,
to
pretty
pump
much.
off, basically. It's a very important chemical in your body, and this is completely being blocked by sunscreens, wearing sunglasses, and sitting inside all day long.
Exactly. It's like that's another thing too. Is like TV, computers, people's jobs. A lot of times you're inside. You like you're in your house. You wake up, get ready to go straight to your car. After your car, you go straight to your work. And you're in work, go to your car, you go back home. You're like you're not even outside.
And I think people are forgetting just how important sun exposure is to just the functioning of our bodies. And when you go back to where you're saying like we're kind of energy or electrical, like almost think of it as like the sun is like the
It's almost like plugging yourself in.
Yeah, to the
and you're
power
like a
source, and then you
rechargeable battery,
and the sun is the thing that recharges you, sort of, in a way. But
yeah.
just one of the things. But yeah, so.
And people are obviously going to be like, well, what are we supposed to do then? Because we're going to get sunburnt or whatever. It's like, yes, your skin's going to be very sensitive. And there's different natural ways you can go about actually getting SPF or whatever to block the sun and using just things that are actually good for your skin.
Oh, yeah. So instead of using chemical sunscreen, you could use a mud paste.
Like mud paste, or you can use like shea butter, carrot oil.
Yeah, there's a lot of different
like
natural oils that have a natural SPF. So if you are of a lighter complexion, or you don't have a lot of natural melanin to block you from getting burnt, obviously limit your sun exposure to that time below you would normally get burnt. And if you're going to be out longer than that, you might want to look into a natural like sunscreen, like some sort of like shea butter or carrot oil is a really good one mixed with you can look these things up, but please look into it.
I remember before, like I used to use sunscreen a lot, and then like it kept getting my skin kept getting more and more sensitive. And then I went from like SPF 15, then I was using like the 25, then I was up to the 50, and I was like constantly having to put the stuff on. And if I didn't, even just like 5-10 minutes of sun exposure would fry me. And now I just use the stuff that we make, and or just don't use it all, and I just go like under in some shade or whatever. I can be out in the sun for a long period of time, and I'm pretty fair skinned before I tan and everything like that from the sun, and it doesn't hurt, it doesn't bother me. I don't feel it. Actually, you feel great after you actually get some sun exposure, instead of just feeling like, oh my gosh,
like icky. And so for me, I used to wear sunscreen a lot as well, and then I also kind of seemed like I was wearing it more and more, and my skin was getting more sensitive to it because I didn't wear it my whole life. It was like, I can't remember the exact years that I actually started wearing it like consistently, but basically where I got to the point where I stopped, I noticed that as well. It's like going out in the sun, you kind of feel like you feel the sun's energy more, and you feel it, your body absorbing that energy. The sunscreen's not blocking it.
And I used to feel like exhausted too, like after like being out in the sun for like an hour or two with sunscreen. I'd be done with the sun and I'd be going home like completely just wiped out. Now I can go out into the sun and I feel good, and I can do other stuff for the day. Now I'm not just like done.
Yeah, it's like it energizes you now. But another weird thing, because I'm more like a lighter sort of brownish color, so when I would wear sunscreen and I would tan in the sun, the tan line, like, because you still tan when you wear sunscreen sometimes, I guess, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was like the weirdest looking, like unnatural looking tan ever. And then it would like go away really fast, which was really weird too. I mean, I guess that's what the sunscreen does. But now, without wearing sunscreen, I have a healthy tan that I get in the sun, and it actually sticks around, and it looks the tan, like the difference between the two. You can almost see like the health in the skin cells. I mean, I don't know how to really explain it. It's just like more vibrant.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, like I said, doesn't disappear like over a few days. It actually sticks around. So your body is actually taking in those sun rays and producing real melanin and like putting it where it needs to go and like all that kind of stuff. But so yeah, definitely
stop using sunscreen.
Yes, look into it a little bit more, please.
And detox your body from like heavy metals and different things like that, because
If
it
you
is
have been using
inside your
sunscreen,
yeah.
or well, actually, if you've been even existing in this world right now and just eating the regular food and drinking the water and breathing in the air, you probably should detox anyway. Right?
It'll make you feel a lot better.
Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, sunscreen, one of the big, what do you call it? Another one of those big ploys to
Kind of weaken people, turn them into just like sickly bodies. That it's one of those things. It's like it kind of promotes you to be a sick person and rely on this jacked up healthcare system.
Yep, another one of another one of those big things. Faux show. But yes, do your research, please. Of course. Don't stop using sunscreen or sit out in the sun and then fry yourself and then complain and then get
you need
mad.
to go the steps. I had to actually only be out in the sun, like, because my skin was so sensitive from not using sunscreen for so long. I used it since I was like 5 or 6 years old. For the first couple of times, I was only able to be out in the sun for like maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and I had to get in the shade. You can actually start to feel like your skin. You have a very highly sensitive skin after you get used to it, like having a clear body. You can actually tell when you need to get out of the sun.
Yeah. So basically, you have to get your skin back. Obviously, get your skin back to being in the sun again. Get that natural undertone of a tan that helps you like function normally in normal sunlight for everyday purposes or whatnot, without having to slather chemicals on your body and whatnot. But anyway, yes, please, everyone. And of course, as always,
do your research.
Oh yes, do your research. Stay on your path to enlightenment.
And do everything you can to make yourself better. That's what we're here for. We're just trying to give people some good information.
Yes. So hopefully it's helpful, and
That
be
about
happy.
wraps it up.
Yes, it wraps it up. But yes, continue your
Your path to enlightenment, everybody. Your journey to happiness.
Okay. All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.